Hello friends, welcome back to the next session on Service Operations Management. Now let's begin with our learning. In this particular session, we'll be understanding and dealing with the concepts of problems and issues in warranties and guarantees. The learning objectives. At the end of this particular session, the learners will be able to understand what do we mean by a warranty and what do we mean by a guarantee. What are the various activities that have been undertaken in terms of warranty and in terms of guarantee? And lastly, how are warranties and guarantees important and what are the various problems that have been associated and issues in the warranties and guarantees? Now let's begin with our learning. Initially, first we'll understand what do we mean by a warranty. Warranty as per section 12, subsection 2 of the Sale of Goods Act 1930 is been defined as a warranty is a stipulation which is collateral to the main purpose of contract, the breach of which would give rise to claim damages but not reject the goods and cannot be treated as the repudiated. And hence, the contract cannot be cancelled and it cannot be repudiated, but only the damages can be claimed if the warranty is not been fulfilled. So, in terms of a warranty contract, it is having a secondary importance. In this case, the only damages can be claimed, but not the entire goods can be rejected or it cannot be refunded or it can be exchanged. So the purpose of party who is entering into the contract is essentially important, and only on those particular basis the warranty contract exists. Now let's understand what are the various problems associated with the warranties. Number one, the first one is drain on resources and revenue. It is a cost of goods sold after all. So here in this case, it is a completely drain on resources. In this particular consideration, it is a stipulation which is collateral, which is not primary importance to the main purpose of contract. So it may be fulfilled, it may not be fulfilled. And hence it is, if it has been observed that the stipulation which is collateral, it is not been fulfilled, then only the damages can be placed and not the entire product. So ultimately there may be one damage, several damages with a certain product. And in this particular consideration, the problem associated is the drain on the resources. That is, several number of damages may occur within the specified warranty period, and hence it is a continuous activity of the damages or the repairs that has been undertaken. The duplicate data entry. So here in this case, the problem that is associated with the warranty contract is there may be several number of damages, and accordingly those particular damages may be of a recovering nature. And a customer may raise several types of queries, several complaints, and accordingly, when it is an of a recurring nature, the duplicate entries in the system can be created. Claim fallings through the cracks. So a particular small problem or a small issue that has been related with a certain product or a certain service, it may created or it may be raised several number of times. So here in this case, the problem associated with in the case of the warranty contract is it gets occurred again and again. And hence the small cracks or the small issues with respect to the product also can be notified or can be raised through the warranty. Eliminating the recurring issues. It is many a times tried that the warranty contract may eliminate or it may reduce the amount of damages that needs to be procured. But in several number of cases, it has been observed that when the problem is of a recurring nature, it is a cost association to the organization. And hence, the problem associated with terms of warranty contract is it does not try to reduce or minimize the recurring issues which are there in the organization. Improving the productivity and efficiency. So when a warranty contract is into existence and a several amount of repairs and damages are being undertaken over a period of time, it reduces the productivity and efficiency of the product. And hence, in this particular consideration, the product efficiency, when it goes down, the performance of the product also reduces. And in this case, the customer gets dissatisfied and accordingly, he feels that whatever product that has been delivered or what he has purchased is not fit for his consumption or is not merchantable. And hence, the problem associated as to productivity and efficiency is a major concern. The reporting. In various cases, it has been observed that the reporting of a certain damage is only when the particular problem occurs. But at many a times, the problems may be small or the problems may be big. The reporting of a damage to a certain consideration, if it has been delayed, then accordingly the problem may occur or it may persist in a greater extent, and accordingly more damages can hamper or harm the product. Now let us understand what are the various different types of warranty. Number one, the implied warranty. So always there is an association of an implied warranty as to the warranty of merchantability of goods. Number two is warranty of fitness for a particular purpose. Number three, warranty as to the implied title of goods and services. And lastly, the warranty of habitability in cases of an extended warranty. So with respect to the different types of warranty, the extended warranty applies to the guaranteed ability to repair. The next second perspective is more comprehensive coverage. The third perspective is the peace of mind. The next perspective or the extended warranty as to the savings. And next, fifth perspective as to the increased resale value. And in those particular cases, the implied warranty or extended warranty can be applied. Now let us understand how do we solve the warranty issues. In order to solve the warranty issues, it should be very consistent that there should be a proper communication and channel between the consumer and the seller. So when we deal with a bad customer service on the social media, reaching a customer service representative is of utmost importance. So whenever a particular customer service is been observed and a particular issue is been raised, we should try to address that particular issue very immediately, and reaching the customer at the various shortest point of time is essentially important. And hence, the customer service representative should be available at the fingertips, and they must try to observe a keen note as to if the issue is being addressed on social media platform, then those particular issues are being addressed very effectively, very efficiently, and at an early stage. Finding the part that fits. So another problem or the another issue that one has to look after the warranty concern is the actual part or actual spares where the repairs needs to be undertaken. So finding the best possible or the suitable part for a certain product is a challenge that has been associated with a certain warranty. That is, in some previous sessions, we have undertaken an example of a refrigerator, wherein if a refrigerator is not frost free, then finding a suitable model or a certain product which can be replaced to the existing product is a challenging task to the organization. And hence, finding the part that best fits the particular product is essentially important. Talking to the manufacturer. So always, whenever the product is been transferring in the distribution chain, it moves from the manufacturer to the wholesaler, wholesaler to the dealer, dealer to the retailer, and retailer to the consumer. And in this particular distribution chain, there may be several number of participants, or the participants of distribution chain may increase. And in this particular case, the communication to the ultimate manufacturer is of a difficult task. So in this particular consideration, we have to identify as to who are our customers, how is the manufacturer, and how the problem that has been persistent with the customers can be ultimately reaching to the manufacturers, and the communication can be completed. Considering the legal options. So there are various legal options that have been associated with respect to the perspectives of the problems that have been there in case of a warranty. So in this particular case, one has to understand and take into account as to what are the various legal options. So if a warranty is not been fulfilled, then how those particular problems that have been persistent or associated with the warranty can be addressed, and they can be issued at an early stage. So in order to avoid the various litigation matters or the legal options, one has to see that the warranty issue is being solved very immediately and it is been resolved. The next perspective is saving your receipts. So whatever receipts that have been associated in a certain organization, those particular receipts should be saved very immediately and effectively, and accordingly the customer or the company should also try to save their revenue or the money that is being going to spend. Now let us understand what do we mean by a guarantee. So as per section 126 of the Sale of Goods Act and the composition of the Indian Contract Act, a contract of guarantee is a contract to perform the promise or discharge the liability of a third person in case of his default. So if the principal debtor or the person on whom the guarantee contract has been signed, if he does not perform, then accordingly the liability of third party occurs. So discharge of liability of the third person in case of the default of the third person is a contract of guarantee. Now let us understand who are the various parties who are associated in a guarantee contract. The first party, the person who gives the guarantee, is called as the surety. The person in whose respect the guarantee contract has been given is called the principal debtor, and the person to whom the guarantee is been given is called the creditor. The guarantee contract may be either in any form or in any mode. Number one, that is, it can be in a written format or it can be in an oral format. Now let us understand what are the various types of guarantee contract. The various types of guarantee contract is the number one, that is retrospective guarantee, which has been given for the current or the existing debt or an obligation between the parties, that is between the principal debtor and between the creditor. The prospective guarantee. Prospective guarantee is a type of guarantee which has been given for a certain future debt or future obligation which may arise at a certain future date. So a forward contract which is of a certain future date or existence, on those particular perspectives also the prospective guarantee can be given. The fidelity guarantee. The fidelity guarantee is given against a certain person to the various litigation matters or to a particular judicial authority for the good conduct or the good behavior of a certain person. And in those particular consideration, the fidelity guarantee is been provided. The specific guarantee. Specific guarantee as to which has been considered for a specific or for a single debt. So if one transaction is being conducted, a specific guarantee for one transaction can be given. The continuing guarantee. So if the number of transactions between the principal debtor and between the creditor increases and there are several number of transactions that have been undertaken, so for several number of transactions for which is of a series of a continuing nature, such type of guarantee that has been given is called as the continuing guarantee. Now let's understand what are the various types of guarantees. Number one is the bid or the tender guarantee. Number two is the performance guarantee. Number three is the advance payments guarantee. Number four is the warranty guarantee, and last number five is the retention guarantee. Now let us understand how do you guarantee the satisfaction, that is how the customer satisfaction can be identified or can be observed with the help of a guarantee contract. So initially one has to understand a remark that shows your potential buyers that you believe in what you are selling. So a guarantee satisfaction is a certain consideration which always portrays or shows to a customer that we are dealing in a certain activity which will be beneficial for the people in the long run. Certain case allowing the customer a reasonable amount of time to try the merchandise. So in case of a guarantee contract, we are providing a time to a certain customer, that is a particular creditor and a principal debtor, to see that whether the goods and services that have been delivered or the activity that has been undertaken is been happy and satisfied and reasonable amount or not. And if the amount is not reasonable, if the contract is not been performed, then only the merchandise qualities of the goods can be raised and accordingly the guarantee contract can come into existence. Describing what happens if the customer is dissatisfied with the product. So in case of a guarantee contract, a certain undertaking or a predetermined situation solution is available with respect to how do we provide a solution to the customer as to his level of dissatisfaction. So whenever, if any stage, if the customer is dissatisfied and not happy with the service or the product, then what are the various measures that can be undertaken for his level of satisfaction? And finally, honesty and openness are the most vital aspects of your promise. So in this particular case, one has to understand as to how those particular perspectives can be followed and in what way the honesty and openness of the contract can be fulfilled. So in this particular consideration, the guarantee satisfaction is of utmost importance and those particular considerations needs to be fulfilled. Now let us understand what are the various 6 guarantees on goods that have been given. Number 1 is to acceptable quality. Number 2 as fitness for a particular purpose. Number 3 as to the matching of description. Number 4 as to matching the sample or demonstration model. Number 5 as to express warranties will be honored. And number 6 last, that is spare parts and repair facilities which will be undertaken after or for a reasonable time after the purchases, that is for a specific time duration. So these are the various types under which the 6 guarantees or the goods or guarantees on goods can be provided. Now let us understand what are the various rights of surety whenever a problem arises. That is the rights against the principal debtor. The first right that is available for a surety against the principal debtor is the right of subrogation. The second right that is available with the principal debtor against or by the surety against the principal debtor is to claim the indemnity. And the third right is against to get the relief from a certain amount of liability. Now let us understand what are the various rights of surety against the creditor. Number 1, that is getting the benefit of the security. Number 2 is claiming a set-off of a certain amount. Number 3 is exoneration, that is which can be occurred only on a specific due date. And simultaneously, there are various rights of sureties against the co-sureties also. So if there are more number of sureties, that is the number of sureties are 2, 3, 5 and so on, then accordingly the surety has the rights against the co-sureties also. Now let us understand what is the impact of service failure and recovery on either the guarantee or the warranty contract. So the current study that has been undertaken or this learning that we are undertaking in these particular cases, we have to understand what is the impact of service on the failure and recovery. So in case a particular failure or recovery is been identified by looking at the service failure severity within the context of service recovery research. So on the basis of certain understanding, one has to come to a conclusion as to what is the type of service that is been delivered and whether the delivery of service is effective or not. The findings of this particular survey has shown that severity of service failure has a considerable impact on satisfaction of certain customers. wherein the trust and commitment and the unfavorable word of mouth passes from one person to another person. And hence, organizations should always try to see that there is no defect that has been arised as with respect to the warranty or guarantee contract which is into existence, and the failure and recovery service does not arise in a certain situation wherein it may hamper the impact or the image of the organization. So we have to conclude understanding that the guarantee or a promise is a made which has been made by a manufacturer to the buyer of the product, whereas the warranty is a promise which has been made by the manufacturer to the buyer of goods. So here in this case, the warranty may arise or may not arise. The defect in a particular commodity may be created or it may not be created. The guarantee contract encompasses the product, services, people, and the customer satisfaction, whereas the warranty simply covers the product and not any other services. So if there is any default with respect to a certain product, then only the warranty contract gives you a right for repairing, whereas in case of a guarantee contract, it has been dealing with all the services, all the products, the people, and the customers. The warranty is always provided without a charge. So there is no additional charge in terms of a guarantee contract, but a warranty contract is always provided without a charge. So now let's summarize what we have learned in this particular session. In this particular session, we have understood what do we mean by a guarantee contract and what do we mean by a warranty contract. We have also understood what are the various importance of and the consideration that one needs to undertake in terms of the guarantee and warranty contracts in the goods and services. And lastly, how do we implement a guarantee and warranty contract in the regular legal perspectives, and what are the various problems on the issues that have been associated with respect to the guarantee and warranty contracts. I hope you must have enjoyed the learning in this particular session. Thank you for your patience listening. Thank you.